Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Unit Lost. I am Stylosa and welcome back to the glorious OverAnalyzed, our beautiful community coaching series. And today we have a beautiful treat. And by the way, if you'd like to send a clip in for consideration to appear on the show, then do follow the instructions that are on the screen. So yeah, you've probably noticed that there's something going on here. It's a bronze Zen, but what's special about this is it's a console. I'm going to run out of space. It's a console bronze Zen, and this was the email. It's very yeah. It says, "Hi, I'm a Genji main on console, but I'm trying to play other heroes like Zen. I want to know what I'm doing wrong." Okay. Well, I would imagine that you do quite a lot wrong because you're a bronze player. Now, I don't mean that. I'm not throwing shade. I'm not like, well, you're terrible, you're bad. You're in the lowest division of the game. So what we're going to have to do is focus on the absolute basics here, and hopefully you don't do that in the game. Spam that like that, because that's weird, but we'll see. Right, team comp. Who knows what the team comp is, ladies and gentlemen? We've got literally no idea because, well, we haven't like looked at the team. We sat in the spawn emoting, which, by the way, let's talk about this. Sitting in the spawn, just emoting away like crazy. Use that time to think about what you're going to do. Think about the map that you're on. Think about the players in your team or the heroes in your team. Think about what you can do. Don't just sit there and don't eat fire strikes. Don't just sit there spamming away like a lunatic. Now, it looks like, in terms of team comp, let's just pause this because I think we can see what we've got. So, all right, we've got a Junkrat somewhere. So we've got a Junk, right? We've got a Moira there, obviously. We've got an Orisa. We've got a Zen, that's you. We've got a Brigitte, that is there. And we've got somebody else. Like, yeah. We'll find out who that is in a moment, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, God, I love these things. Right. Positioning here is a bit stupid. I think that's a Sombra. Yeah, you got a Sombra. Right, so we've got... What? Suddenly... Oh, God, I love bronze gameplay. What was this guy doing? There's a Reaper... What was he doing? Was he just hiding behind the wall? Here, we're like, what? And then he just suddenly is like, hi, guys. And he's just, what's he going to do? His team are dead? All right, anyway, moving on. Your position at the moment is kind of okay, but you were eating a lot of fire strikes, which is a bit stupid. Like, move out of the way of the fire strike. Provided you're behind the barrier, you're going to be safe. Now, we need to talk about your Harmony Orb. Where is it? There it is. All right, so Moira. Think about what we're doing here. Think about how we're pushing through. Obviously, stuff like mechanical aim is pretty bad because you're in bronze, but this is on console, so I'm not the best to comment on settings for controllers or whatever. I'm just going to say, get good. That's all I'm going to say. This I do like, right? Okay, so one of the things with Zen, when you've got downtime, yeah, as in you just actually had downtime. So if you've got downtime, so if you're taking an action sort of here, and then you're moving to a new location, yeah, at which point you're going to take another action here. In this downtime, this is when we charge alternate fire, right? So we look to charge our alternate fire. So then as we move to the next actionable moment, which would be, as we see on the screen here, we can fire a charged alternate Zen shot through there. Now, there's a few important things with this. Please make sure this is at least head height, right? Most characters are a similar type of height, right? So you want to kind of fire it sort of here, head height kind of direction. The other thing you want to do as well is fire this down into choke points where it's going to be difficult for the enemy to escape, right? So it's odds on that there'll probably be somebody standing over there. Maybe their supports will be over there. You fire off a cheeky charged up Zen shot. It could actually kill somebody, and if it does, it's huge. This is why Zen is quite powerful as a support, because he deletes people almost randomly, but it's not randomly. This Reaper is an absolute bot on the enemy team. I don't know what he's doing. He's walking in, but again, we're taking fire strike hits there. I'd prefer it if we didn't. Like, to me, this position you've got here, it's like okay, I guess, but you're just on top of Orisa. Give yourself a bit of space to work. Maybe you pull back a little bit. Because what you don't want as Zen is to be on the front line, and you don't want to get caught out as you'll get wrecked. So we're getting forced back here, which isn't great. One thing we haven't spoke about so far as well is Discord Orb. I mean, you seem to be applying it okay. I mean, that fire strike just missed us, but I think we've literally been hit by a fire strike like 3 times. Stop getting hit by a fire strike. Move out of the way. What is that Reinhardt doing? My God, what is going on? Right, now think about what could happen here. What the hell are we doing here? Charge alternate fire. Charge alternate fire. All right. Okay. I was going to say, were you just firing off like a mini... What? Okay, we got Transcendance, but there's a couple of things going on here, right? So, like, what's happened here so far is we've walked up to the point, had a really slow fight. We've stood on top of Orisa. We've took loads of fire strike damage. You know, we've chucked healing orbs out. We've chucked hobs, what the hell? We've chucked orbs of Discord out, and then we're just sort of, yeah. All right. What is this? What is this? I said in the spawn, I hope you don't... Excuse me. Let's go back 10 seconds. What is this? It would be more... What is this? It'd be more effective damage. What is that? What is that? What is that? What are you doing? What is this? I don't understand. What? Just use primary fire. What? It'd be more effective. What is that noise? Anyway, okay. Right, we've got Transcendance. We capped the point. There's Zen. I don't know what he's doing. We're just trying to kill him. Whatever. We're discording. We're shooting. We're killing. It's fine. Like, this is... Like, the enemy team to attack us here is brain dead. Like, they should wait until we get around the corner to engage us, but whatever. They want to trickle into us here. We're winning the fight. We're right outside our own spawn. They're going to die. If we die, it doesn't matter because we're going to respawn. You're firing at nothing. Think about what I said. My awesome diagram, which depicts an action... Moving to the next action, an action, moving to the next action, an action. In these points here, where you don't need to do anything, this is where you charge your Zen alternate fire, and then you throw it down into a choke point, which is what you should be doing right now. So, all right, there's enemy right around the corner, so okay, firing at them is okay. But when these guys are out of your way, think about your positioning here as well. Think about what we're doing, right? There's a barrier right next to us. Why are we not using this barrier? Like, we're just... What are we doing? Like, use the payload, use the barrier, use it for cover. Okay. Right, charge alternate fire. There should never be a moment when you're playing Zen where you're not doing something. This here, walking around, not actually firing, is really bad. You should be charging alternate fire, you should be looking to apply orbs, or you should just be firing at people, right? So at the moment, this has been a little bit difficult to sort of provide, like, you're probably thinking like, well, actually, I'm not playing that bad, right? I haven't died. I'm doing okay. Right. So let's just discuss what's happened here. Now, I think you're actually going, let's just play. I think you're going to kill it. Yeah, you killed it. So what I want to talk about here is Transcendance, and I think we need to spend some time on this because Transcendance is an absolute game-winning ultimate. This is the best defensive ultimate in the game. The reason why it's better than Lucio's Sound Barrier is because this is an instant cast ability. This means you can pop this instantly to counteract what the enemy are doing. So we know the enemy's got a Genji. We know the enemy's got a Reinhardt, which we've just killed, right? These are characters which we can absolutely shut down if we use Transcendance. Now, in the case of a Reinhardt, we've just watched him use Earthshatter. If he does that, right, he's probably going to Fire Strike, then charge in, as he did. The person who he's got pinned will probably die. You're not going to save them with Transcendance. Unless it's you, right? You can do cute stuff, transcend, and then just rush towards him. Because if he charges you, you're not going to die in Transcendance. Obviously, there's dangers where if it's a good Reinhardt, he could throw you off the map and all stuff like that. Anyway, the rest of everybody else who's caught in the Earthshatter, you can just sit on top of them with Transcendance and keep them alive. The other thing to look out for in this game is we've got a Genji. So Genji, when he whips his Nanoblade out, all you do is press Q, or triangle actually. It's not Q because it's not the PC. And then you literally follow the Genji around. That means he can't do anything. Now, I'm sure you've noticed, and in fact, you said you're a Genji player, that Genji will probably win a lot of games just by pulling his blade out. Zen can stop that. What is going on the payload? No! What is this? Oh God, please stop this. That is stupid. Do not do that. Just primary fire. What is this? If you do that again, I'm just stopping the video. Honestly, that is triggering me so bad. Right, so the good thing you're doing with Discord is just... Oh God, use the barrier. You apply it to a target and you don't seem to change all that often, which is good. Like, a very basic tip for Zen is don't keep swapping your Discord target. Stick it onto someone, call out who it's on, and then... Right. My God. Anyway, stick Discord onto somebody, call out who it's on, and then just let people kill it. We got a decision to make here. All right, it's a very low quality image. We've made the decision and it's not the right decision. So let's go back. Again, this is decision making. The major thing when it comes to Overwatch that differentiates players of low league and high league is the fact that they understand Overwatch. They've got an Overwatch brain, a flow of the game, what's going on. Watch what happens here. Now, I'm sure you'll realise, right, this is really stupid what we've just done. So watch this. We're going forward. We've just lost Orisa, but we've capped the payload, right? So this means the enemy team's spawn has gone all the way back, right? We know they've capped the payload because we heard the sound effect, so we know this has happened. Also, we can see we've capped it. You know, we've got 2 on the thing, whatever. We've capped it. We know we've capped the payload. For us to lose a fight here doesn't really matter because we're going to respawn over here. They are going to respawn in the back of the castle. So it just doesn't matter. Like, if they want to do whatever, that's fine. This is where we do not invest ultimate. So the first trigger in my head as a support player is I am not going to use my ultimate right here because there is no point. However, there's another trigger. So if we play this forward, watch this. So we've lost 1 player. Their Genji's pulled his blade out. This actually is really, really good for us because Genji's thrown away his ultimate, which they could probably use as the payload moves through the next point. What I said earlier on, countering Genji when he uses his Dragon Blade is true. The thing is, this fight is a fight we do not want to invest ultimates into because actually we're giving the enemy a win. So look at this, right? I think that Reinhardt's just charged somebody. Yeah, so she's dead. And we pop our Transcendance. We waste Transcendance here. They've used Sound Barrier because their Lucio's terrible. I don't know what they're doing. But what have we actually achieved there? Right, that's pretty funny. But what have we achieved there? Nothing. We've died. We've given them our Transcendance. And there's a messy fight taking place. Do not invest ultimates here. Can you see what I mean? Like with the spawn? You're literally on top of it. You cannot lose this fight. It doesn't matter if they get a kill, you get a kill, they get a kill, you get a kill. It's all Gucci, man. Because you're going to get back quicker. And look what's happening. Your team turn around the fight. So that's a really major problem there. Like, that is something that will cause you to throw games. But as you'll notice, what happened is the enemy team did the same thing, right? Their supports were using ultimates there. It was not great. But it doesn't matter. We've got the win. Think about what we should be doing here. Think about what I said. Think about charging alternate fire. We should not be jumping. Like, you should never see Zen's hands like this on the screen. In fact, this is like, we should never see this, right? Just jumping about, not doing anything. There should always be charged shots getting ready to be fired, slammed into the enemy team. That's like, this is absolute. It's like the gospel of Zen. You should always be doing this because you can chuck these shots in through there, straight through that choke. You're going to get kills. It's going to be highly effective. So, like, what are we firing at? Charge alternate fire, peek the corner, fire through. We apply Discord, that's good, and we're working on her, that's fine. Somehow, our Junkrat has died to a fire strike from about 500 meters away. Oh, Rissa, what are you doing? Oh, this is painful. So what's happening is people are just using ultimates, like, I don't know, YOLO ultimate usage, but it's bronze, so it's going to happen like this. Right, we've got our ultimate now, so we don't care what the team are doing. Screw the team, but we shouldn't be here, right? Because we've kind of lost this fight. So we need to back off, charge alternate fire, and fire in from range. Think about staying safe. If we eat that fire strike again, I'm turning this video off because I... Oh, God. It's like you want to eat the fight. What are you doing, man? Right. Can you hear how Reinhardt is charging? He's just about to come past, right? There he is. And now he goes. Oh, that was our Brigitte. You see this guy? He's way out of position. What you should do, use your microphone and go, Reinhardt's behind. Reinhardt's behind. Look at him. He's like, he's such bad position. Whatever. He's terrible and he's in a crap position. He's YOLO. How has he escaped? Right, no, he's dead. Oh my God. Okay, good. We don't need to use any more ultimates, whatever. But what I was trying to say about positioning, you need to play at the back. You're playing like on the front and it's like, yeah, this is much better, right? This is much better. Do not go forward. And you should not be next to Reinhardt. You don't need to be there. There's nothing in this game that can actually hit you from behind. Oh, there is now. There's a Tracer. All right. So we need to be careful of Tracer because if she gets in behind, she might be able to like 1v1 us or whatever. Okay. Right. We've got another big decision coming up here, haven't we, with a load of ultimates being used. So they've used Transcendance. They've also thrown a D.Va bomb at us. Now, our ultimate will save us from the D.Va bomb. It will not save everybody else. They will all die if they don't have a barrier or something to hide behind. But we have got 2 ultimates out of the enemy here, but we've killed their Tracer. So this is a very difficult situation. What I would do is use Transcendance here. And the reason why is I'd use it and I'd rush forward, but I'd have faith in my team that my team will be able to not die to the D.Va bomb, right? Because they seem to be in a good position. But the reason I'm using Transcendance is because their Zen has used Transcendance. So I want to use it now because we will have an overlap, if you get what I'm saying. So theirs will end, as will carry on. So we'll still be effectively getting massive healing while they're not. So I'd use Transcendance now. Let's see what you do. Good. They're also using the Reaper ult as well. Run away, run away, run away. So I'm happy with that. That is good. That is a good use of the ulti. I like that. You see, often you will get these fights that are... Nice kill. You never meant that, did you? Where it's like borderline. And decisions to use support ultimates can literally change the fight. You using your Transcendence there changed that fight. That was really good. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, God. I mean, now it's just like a brawl, so we're just shooting everything. Actually, we're losing the fight, are we? No. Oh, God. Think we should be okay? Yeah, we should be fine. Okay, we can just Transcend again. Just Transcend again. Like, 100% just use Transcendence again. You built it up so fast. It's basically final fight, yeah. You should have done it earlier, really, but it's fine. Tracer's behind us, so we've got to be aware of that. Okay. Okay. It's a long fight, but okay, we finally do it. Right, good. Good. Let's go forward. Right, let's see what team comp we get. A Symmetra. Probably not aware that Symmetra's changed that player. So I'm like, yeah, I'm going to play some Symmetra because I got auto lock on, but oh god, I haven't. Right, what's the team comp? Are we gonna get what? Who's our main tank? Tell me we've got an Orisa or something, because I ain't seen that. No, right. Big problem then with the team comp. We don't have a tank, so good luck there. Now, maybe it doesn't matter at this level because whatever, but yeah, it probably does. You probably need a tank. Right, think about your position here. Think about what's going to happen. Think about where the enemy team's going to come from. Think about being exposed. Remember, you're Zenny boy. You've only got 200 combined shields and health. You will die really quick. So what you've got to do is not be in a position to die. Also, going forward and thinking about like what could happen in the future is if there's a Widow, yeah, Widow would kill you instantly with a headshot. As you get up the ranks, and you will get up the ranks the more you play the game, you'll become more vulnerable and you just die, right? So really, you shouldn't just be standing outside in the open. It's not a good place to be, so just try and use any kind of cover. Now, obviously, it's not ideal to stand here, because again, that's sort of like not great. Here's not great. We should be further back on the point. In fact, we should be on the high ground behind the point. The whole team should be there. This Brigitte here is, I don't know what she is doing there. She must be thinking I'm going to shield bash them as they come through. Problem is, there's not enough support to keep her alive, and that is a very risky position to hold, and we don't have a tank. So these are problems which happen in Bronze, and you can't fix them. Some players will always be like this, but you've got to think to yourself, how can I keep myself alive longer and output more, not so much damage, but do more stuff while I'm alive, right? Because that'll make you better, you will win more games, and then you will get into a rank where you belong. Okay, so the first problem here is we should have charged up an alternate fire and launched it straight through. We didn't, we just started firing normally, so a waste there, because we could have killed somebody instantly. Right, again, we're just spamming the choke. Yep, we put the heal onto Brigitte. Now we're really low, so we've got to back off. Now, I'm sure you're aware the way Zen's projectiles work. You're using him like a hit scan. You're aiming at the targets you're firing at. You need to lead the targets with Zen. You can't just fire at them and be like, oh yeah, I'm going to hit them. No, no, no. You got to lead them in. Also, maybe not spam barriers as much. Because remember, you're not going to get ultimate charge off barriers, and you're never going to burn down Reinhardt's barrier, right? But firing at the barrier when there's nothing else to fire at is okay. But now we should be charging alternate fire and just launching it through the choke. See, look, there was a prime example there. Watch this. So, as this fight goes through, okay, we back off. Now we're charging alternate fire. So imagine we're charging alt fire. We're charging. Now we're about to use it, right? What we're going to do is fire it through this gap, yeah? As we move to the side, so as we move a little bit further to the side here, we're going to fire our alternate fire straight through that gap there. And that's going to hit somebody, right? Or we think it's going to hit somebody. Remember, it's just about playing percentages. But watch what happens. Somebody is actually there. Watch this. See? Now, maybe we might not have hit them, but we would have fired a fully... Oh, no. There was... Look, see somebody else. Somebody else there. We would have killed them. In fact, we got the hit marker. So if that was an alternate fire, they're dead. That's the difference with Zen. We need to back away from this, though. Like, really back away, because we're in a position where we're too close to the enemy. Back off. Do not get hit by fire strikes. Please. Like, the enemy team are feeding their brains out here. They're just like, we need to get the hell out of it, back off. They're just walking towards you one at a time, which is totally stupid. Right, where's our Harmony Orb? Who have we got it on? Right, we've got a Discord Orb, Harmony Orb, okay, good. See, so I think you're actually pretty good with the orbs, right? I don't think that's a problem. It's just all the other Zen stuff, which is a problem. Like, mainly positioning. Right, what did we hear there? We heard hammer down. Now. This is a moment where you have to make a very fast decision. I'm going to be totally honest here. If I was in the middle of a fight there, I probably would have pressed Transcendance and wasted it. Because I'd have heard that prompt, like, hammer, oh God, and I'd use it. Because I don't want us all to die, right? But actually, we've killed 2 of them. But what's Reinhardt going to do? Now, if we lose a lot of guys here, so we've lost 1. This is really bad. Like, we should have done that before. Are we going to lose another? Are we actually going towards our team to heal them? Yes, we are. Okay. Okay, so actually did turn out that was really pretty close. So the Transcendence that I would have done would have actually kept people alive, maybe. Although not the person that was charged, unless I use Transcendence and then just rush straight towards the Reinhardt. But again, those are little like nuances from like higher skilled players that lower skilled players just don't do. That was really lucky. Like, we need to know where that's coming from. Don't just assume you're safe where you are, because that could have been above the point and could have killed us. All right. One of the problems you've got is you don't actually have a main tank. So stop this. Please stop this. This is the most stupid. Like, what is that? Just fire normally. What? Only ever fire fully charged shots with secondary fire, right? Maybe you're just pressing the wrong button on the controller. I don't know. I'm going to say you are, but I don't think you are, right? I think you're, like, intentionally flicking it. Like, yeah, look at me, man. Boom, boom, boom. No, please don't do that. Please do not do that. My God. All right. Charge alternate fire. You know what? All right, for the last minute, I'm just going to scream instructions at you because this is the way it's going to happen. Charge alternate fire. Charge alternate fire. Back up, back up. Do not get hit by fire strike. Back up, back up, back up, back up, back up. Do not move back in a straight line because you will just die, right? Make it hard for them to hit you. Charge alternate fire. Back off. Back off. Back off. We don't want to stand in the choke. Back off. What are we doing? Back off. Charge alternate fire. Charge alternate fire. Fire through the choke. No. Charge alternate fire. Sombra's above us. Discord Sombra. Discord Sombra. Okay, we never. Charge. We've been hit. Right. My God. My God. My God. I have never seen anything like... You've been hit by fire strike like 10 times in this game. What the hell? What are you doing? Why are we using Transcendence as well? Like, this is a really bad use of Transcendence. They haven't even committed to us. They're not even pushing us. They're not doing anything. They're miles away. So we just use Transcendence and achieve nothing. What normally happens, I'm going to tell you, what normally happens, right, with these games is, look at this, right? There's 29 seconds to go. We don't know what the enemy ultimate situation is. In fact, you don't even look at the score screen in the game, which you should do so you can learn what your friendly ultimate situation is and so you can coordinate with your team. However, we don't know what their situation is, but normally you'll notice that at a certain level in the game, a lot of games, matches even, are won at the end of the game. This is because people panic. They all have their ultimates available. So there's a Q here, or well, I guess the triangle for you. A triangle, a triangle, a triangle. Like, so maybe there's like 6 ultimates ready to go. And the enemy is just going to run in and pop them all. You've got a defensive ultimate here, which can counteract like quite a lot of these, possibly not all of them, but it might do something to counteract them. Using it when there's no point is really stupid, especially when there's 28 seconds to go and probably the enemy are just going to bum rush the point. So we need to be ready for that. So we should back off. Yeah, we shouldn't be here. We should back off. We should charge alternate fire now. And then we should fire through the choke, which we haven't. So we should charge alternate fire now. We should charge alternate fire now. Okay. We discorded the Zen and killed him. See what would have happened here. If you had Transcendance, you could have Transcendance this. Now, I don't know if this is the end of the clip, because maybe they cap the point. If they do, it's because you wasted Transcendance. It's very risky. We've died. Symmetra's 1 HP. This is very risky here. Crazy res off Mercy. Big play, though, by your Pharah. Oh, big play by their Diva. And they're off the point. See, that is really close. Really, really close. But you almost threw that by wasting Transcendance. Okay, looks like we just go straight to the start of the game. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I've been Stylosa from This You Lost. If you'd like to send a video in for consideration to appear on OverAnalyzed, then do follow the instructions on the video. So yeah, like, I think, honestly, what we're looking at here is you know how to heal. You know how to use the orbs, so that's kind of cool. Your positioning is horrendous. Like, you just stand still and eat fire strike after fire strike. You stand on top of your tanks, which you shouldn't do. You do not charge alternate fire. So what I want you to do, and I think this will make you just straight up a better player, is remember my crazy diagram. Remember this. This indicates an action. This is time to next action. This is action. This is time to next action. This is action. In all of these moments of downtime, whenever you're not involved in a fight, whenever you're not trying to panic heal someone, whenever you're not trying to, I don't know, apply discord to somebody or run away because you're dying or whatever, you should charge your alternate fire completely. And then when you get to the point of needing to do another action, you then fire off alternate fire, right? Down into a choke at the enemy team. Because this is such high spike damage, it can delete players, and it is so powerful. You do not do this at all. One thing I really want you to do is stop just spamming alternate fire. That is, like, I've never seen that done before. It's terrible. Do not do that. Transcendence usage was okay, but this is something that you will learn through playing more Zen. It's difficult to say when to use Transcendence and when not to use it, because Transcendence is a very reactionary ultimate. Like I said, best defensive ultimate in the game, essentially, because you can counteract a lot of enemy actions with it. One thing I will say, though, and I'll leave the video with this, is if you do have a Lucio on your team, you need to be very aware of who uses what ultimate. The worst thing you can do is stack defensive ultimates. So if Lucio and Zen use their ultimate at the same time, that is really bad. Normally what will happen is you will use, if you're playing Zen, you will use it first. Lucio will not, because Zen's is instant, Lucio's is not. Then if you need another ultimate after that, because maybe more damage is coming in, then Lucio can use his ultimate. Now, Lucio's ultimate will counter literally everything that Zen's ultimate will counter. So Tac Visor, like Earth Shatter in a sense, Genji Blade, all of these ultimates, you can counter them with a sound barrier and a Transcendance. There is one little difference, and that's this character here in the middle of the screen. She can delete a sound barrier. So if you've got a Lucio and he drops his sound barrier and you know the enemy team's got EMP, then she's just going to wipe out his sound barrier. But anyway, that's kind of going off the point. You don't really need to focus too much on that. All I want you to do is charge alternate fire and maintain position at the back of the team. You will be better. And please send future clips in as well to me and title them with something like previous, overanalyzed, or whatever. And I'll find these clips out, because I'd like to go back and have a look to see at players that have actually been coached through OverAnalyzed. Have they improved as players? All right, guys, I'm in Stylosa. This is Unit Lost. If you enjoyed the video, then like the video. Remember, you can follow me on Twitter, which is @UnitLostGaming, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Toodaloo.